What's up, guys? Badger back with another build video. And I know it's been a while, mainly because nothing really has changed in PvP when it comes to build creativity. Everything is still the same. You got your Pestilent regen builds, your Bighorn regen build, your Umbra scanner drones, and your Ninja Bike hybrid builds, skill builds. Nothing has changed. But a few of you have been asking me for a pulse resistant build. Why? Because we're all tired of scanner drones. You got your 4 stacks with scanner drones. You got your 4 stacks with 3 scanner drones and a bunk build. You got your duos running around with scanner drones, or you just in a solo queue and everybody got a freaking scanner drone. It's insane. And you're tired of appearing on the radar. I'm tired too, you know? So we put together a pretty good offensive build that also gives you defense at the same time. And it's a fun one, man. Something that most of you may have seen before. And there's multiple ways that you can run this build. And I'm going to show you those versions as well. So you guys can just go how you want to go. Build it as you would like to build it. But you're going to see clips throughout all of this showcasing you the builds and stuff and whatnot and how this stuff performs in PvP, of course. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, can I use that in PvE? There's no need to use a scanner or a pulse-resistant build in PvE. There's no need for that at all. Just put on a typical striker build and have at it. Now, let's get into the setup here. Now, we're going to start off with weapons, as you guys can see. Weapon choice is going to always be your preference, of course. If you guys want to use the capacitor, the Skriga, the Bighorn, the Lady Death, the Iron Lung, the Pestilence, or the Lexington, it's entirely up to you how you want to go about that. But for this particular build, we're going to use the capacitor, of course. Now, the reason we're using capacitor because it has that multiplicative damage, and we lose multiplicative damage because we do not have fox prayers or contractors on this build. But with the capacitor, we gain those damage back. So as you can see, the capacitor comes with damage to armor. Of course, now when you do get you a capacitor, it's going to come with a random attribute. So just make sure you make your way to the crafting bench and get the blueprint from Anaya and re-roll it. And try to get damage to targets out of cover. Now that's what you want. Now, if you guys want to go and put skill tiers and just flip it around and get that extra 7.5% weapon damage for having like 1 or 2 skill tiers, which is going to increase your damage, then go for it. That's the purpose of the capacitor. Now, with the capacitor, shooting enemies build stacks to a 40 cap, stacks grant 1.5% skill damage. We're really not utilizing skills too much on this build, but our defender drone, of course, and a seeker mine. If you guys want to use a stinger hive, go for it. It's all about crowd control, of course. Now, your secondary weapon can be any particular weapon of your choice. I am a shotgun player, so I know a lot of you guys are running around with a cooler. By all means, if you want to do it, go for it. It's entirely up to you. But for our shotgun, we're using the Brosnan Talent, which gives us 3.5% amplified damage, of course. Now, this is a really good shotgun. M870 Express, of course. These are probably the best shotguns in the game if you want to go for it, but that's entirely up to you. Now, we are using the Catharsis, of course. Do you have to use the Catharsis? No, you do not. If you want to use the Coyotes, then by all means, use the Coyotes. It's entirely up to you. Coyotes is going to build your crit damage up and crit chance up even more, but we're already pretty much capped that crit chance. But if you want to get a bit of extra crit damage and hit harder, then go for it. But we're using the firewall specialization because we're trying to med kit push everyone in front of us. We're trying to flank, get close to those Umber builds, get in their face, freak them out, and put straight damage on them. That's what we're trying to do. I'm going to show you my stats really quickly. So we're sitting at 60 crit chance, 135 crit damage. This is hitting. Taking damage builds stacks to a cap of 30. Each stack grants 1.5% weapon damage. Taking damage at max stacks triggers a purge, removing all stacks and status effects, and dropping a healing cloud at your feet, which heals you. So you can pop your armor kit in that healing cloud, and that's why we combined it with perfectly efficient, of course. Now, if you want to go for unbreakable, it's entirely up to you how you want to go about it, man. If you want to change things around and you want to get rid of the efficient and you want to go for some fox prayers, of course, then you definitely can do that. It's entirely up to you how you want to go about it. But for me, in this one, I think that it's best to have more armor and just to push those guys, just to get in their face and freak them out, of course. Now, I know we have a headshot mod on this because I'm mostly aiming at the head, and I do run a lot of headshot builds, but don't worry about that. It's all entirely up to you. Like I said, we're already sitting at 60% crit chance already. We're already capped in what we have, of course, but this is how you want the build to look. You want to make sure you have those crit hit chance mods there. You also want to have that one pulse resistant mod. Why you need that one pulse resistant mod? Because that's going to put you at 100%, of course. Because with y'all, you're going to gain 40% pulse resistance, of course, right? Now, your character automatically gives you pulse resistance from your specialization. If you guys did not know, you get 50% pulse resistance within your specialization, of course. So that 50, that 40, which is also allowing us to sit, and that 10 right there is also allowing us to sit at 100% pulse resistance, meaning that scanner drones cannot pick you up on the radar. It's not going to highlight your character. It's not going to reveal your position. But note that there are indicators, red indicator. There's a red line that shoots out from the scanner drone that will follow you around the map. But most of those guys are not looking at that. They don't know, or they do know, they just don't pay attention because there's so much going on, and they're just trying to reveal you. Your backpack, I have a Seska backpack with 8% crit chance just to max out my crit chance, and as you can see, these are the rolls that we also have vigilance on the backpack, increases total weapon damage by 25%. It's going to be down and it's going to be up, depending on how you go about this. That's why I said you're going to hit somebody with straight damage. But if you want to go with adrenaline rush on the bag, by all means, do that. If that's what you guys want to do, or you want to just go for a Grupo bag and then just get that extra bit of crit damage, it's entirely up to you, of course. Now, my gloves, as you can see, I'm running 3-piece y'all. That's gloves, knee pads, and holster. Now, with the 3-piece y'all, this is how everything is rolled. As you see, crit chance, crit damage. You also got knee pads, crit chance, crit damage, armor, and my gloves are weapon damage, crit chance, and crit damage. My chest plate, I'm using perfectly efficient. As you can see, crit chance, crit damage. And the reason why I'm using perfectly efficient is mainly because using the armor kit has a 75% chance to not consume the armor kit. So it's 75, as you can see, 75% chance. But what changes is the specialization armor kit bonus. See, in PvE, it's 100%. Specialization armor kit bonuses are increased by 100%. But in PvP, it drops down to 50%. Requires 10 seconds to arm it. Now, this is the setup that I got going here. Of course, we're going to use a quick step. Everybody's using a quick step for movement purposes, of course, just to get in there, get out of there, reposition yourself. That's how you want to go about it. We're using the Finna drone, as you guys can see, and we're also using Explosive Secret Mine. But like I told you guys, run it how you choose to. Now, I'm going to show you the other build that I have, of course, for my pulse resistant build. Now, this is the pulse resistant build that I normally use, Technician Specialist, of course. As you can see, we're using the Lexington with Flatline. Also, we're using the M870 Express with Flatline as well. Now, this is another one that I like to run. As you can see, the chest plate here. I am using the Y'all chest plate on this one with the Coyotes mask, of course. And I also have Fox Prayers for that multiplicative damage. Now, this is another great setup, of course, how you want to run it. I advise you guys to run it like this. If you want to use the laser pointer and stuff, you can see them and they can't see you, which is definitely good in my opinion. And we also have 60 crit chance, and we're building up our crit damage since we're using the Coyote and also benefiting from the group. Lexington is a really good AR to use, but if you don't have the Lexington, you can use any AR that you have. It does not matter how you want to go about this. But these are the rolls that I have on mine, as you can see. This is what I got there. But the build is pretty much the same. Only things that changed up is that you got on the Coyotes, you got on the Y'all chest plate with Unbreakable, which in PvP, your armor is depleted, repairs 50% of your armor. There's a cooldown of 60 seconds, which is why I like using Efficient more, because Efficient is going to always be up. It's going to always be there. Now, but it's entirely up to you how you want to go about it. Both builds are good. I run both of them, of course. So if I miss anything, just ask questions in a comment. Don't hesitate. I reply to every comment, man. And also, I stream on Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sundays, sometimes Mondays and Fridays, just to let you guys know. If I'm not live on YouTube, you can catch me live on Twitch. This is Badger signing out. I see you in the next one. Be breezy. I'm out.